If your money lying in the bank is being wasted and you do not even know about it, then it is a matter of the year 1992 when only one name was echoing in India, Harshad Mehta, who was an expert in manipulating stocks. Today people have made him a hero, but in reality he had put the depositors' money of 105 crores at stake, and that money was SBI Bank. Something similar happened in 2010 when Vijay Mallya's 10,000 crore scam was caught, and he also had put the depositors' money of 22 crores at stake. And this has been happening not only from today, but it has always been happening. We middle class and poor people work hard day and night and earn hard money by sweating blood and keep it in the bank, realizing that it is our money and the bank will keep it safe. But no, the time you deposit your money in the bank, that money does not belong to you. Then with that money, whether the bank gives a loan to a big builder, a big person, gives fake BR, or gives all the money to an airline company in the name of low C, you have no emphasis on it. And when you get the news of it and you go to the bank, then you get to see this long line of thousands of people who have come to the bank to collect their money like you. Be it demonetization or PMC bank scam, Harshad Mehta scam, or COVID outbreak. In fact, the bank is not your messiah but a mastermind who is an expert in moving money from here to there. You see for yourself when you go to the bank to apply for a big loan like a home loan or education loan, the bank happily invites you inside, talks to you lovingly, etc. Interest has come on its own, so they never refuse you for such loans. But on the other hand, if you apply for a personal loan or go to apply for a startup, then you are treated as if someone has come to beg. Even if you have an account in that same bank, and even if you have 5-6 lakhs in your account, you are also thinking that your money is safe by saving money in the bank and it will make you rich. Then let me tell you, according to Daisy C, if any bank is bankrupt, then it is worth giving only Rs 5 lakh to its depositor. That is, there is no guarantee of security here, and rich brother, which person has been able to become rich till date in the return of 2 to 3%? Just tell me that rich people understand this very well, so they invest all their money in the bank by keeping a limited amount in assets. So today I am going to tell you 5 such assets that will take you on the path of becoming rich, in which the first asset comes asset number 1, the God's money. A very famous person says that why should I achieve the thing that a person? In fact, I would rather invest in a place that God has created, and that is gold and silver. And the person who has said this is Robert Kiyosaki. He calls it God's money because gold and silver are the only commodities that have no government control and no market fall. Robert believes that during tough financial times, gold can be your best insurance policy. Unlike paper currencies like USD, INR, or Japanese yen, which lose value due to excessive printing and market inflation, gold tends to retain its worth. And this new year, the rupee is falling as if it is the weakest currency in the world. Recently, the report revealed that the rupee has gone up to 86.58 against $1, and it is believed that it is going to fall even more. But gold and silver give good returns even in the worst market conditions. See, on the one hand, where the stock market was falling, the rupee started rising rapidly. The real estate market crashed, while the prices of gold rocketed. That is, on the one hand, where all the investment was giving losses. Gold was 1 to 51 assets, and not only that, the money kept in the bank is not yours, despite being yours, nor does it grow at the same speed. It is found that at the speed at which inflation is increasing, gold is the only asset that beats market inflation even while lying in the shelves of the house, and is the best source of long-term finance. Perhaps because of Dhanteras or Diwali Akshaya Tritiya or marriage, the most gold is bought in India. You know that within just 2 months, more than 40 lakh marriages took place all over India, in which a total of 144 tons of gold were bought. That is, if seen in numbers, in total, Indians bought gold worth 1.15 lakh crore in 2 months, and for Indians, gold is not just a financial asset but a family legacy that keeps passing from generation to generation. According to the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, the Indian household currently has a total of 21,000 tons of gold reserves, which is Rs 175.10 lakh crore as of today's value. If someone is buying or wearing gold, then that person is showing off, flexing his money, while it does not show flexibility but financial awareness in true sense, because this is the only investment that was universally accepted and valuable even 100 years ago and will remain so even after 100 years from today. Can't give it to anyone else or liquidate it. Now comes asset number 2, small ventures for initial capital. After seed money, the next asset is small ventures or small businesses. This asset fulfills all your short-term goals and makes you financially free for the long term. For anyone needing capital to do something big, small ventures or small businesses are best. The world's most famous and rich investor, Mr. Warren Buffett, started his career with a small venture. He knew that for his investment journey, he'd need a lot of money. So at just 6 years old, Warren Buffett started his first venture. At 6, Warren stood outside a shop collecting bottle caps to learn what people drank most. He found Coca-Cola was most popular. He had an idea: buy a 6-pack of Coca-Cola for 25 cents, add gum, and sell each bottle for 5 cents for profit. Young Warren did just that, going door to door selling gum and Coca-Cola. This began his entrepreneurial journey. At 11, Warren Buffett made his first investment, starting a newspaper delivery business aiming to sell 500 papers daily. Initially, it was quite challenging for him, but gradually he reached this point, due to which he started earning $1.15 a month, which was a big deal for a middle-class school-going child at that time. After that, his habit and passion to earn money made his attitude as if the venture was seen everywhere. When Warren was 16 years old, he saw a lot of crowds inside the shop for a time. There was only one man who did perfect cutting, and everyone else used to be bored waiting for their turn, and some people would even leave disappointed because of being late. Then Warren got an idea to install a pinball machine. He talked to Barber today and got a pinball machine installed in his shop, due to which people had now got the source of entertainment, and this also ran the shop of that barber, and Warren's business also started. Gradually he installed his machine in more shops and shopping malls and earned $1,000. Venture story tells that if you have to learn true wealth, hard work and smart work at the beginning of your career, then it is better to start a venture than to put money in banks by doing a job. In today's date, there are many sources of investment in India such as stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, index funds, money markets, gold, bonds, etc. It is not possible for a common middle-class person to invest in all these things. Therefore, there is a need to choose something that can give you compounded annual returns. 7-year-old Warren first invested in a company called City Service to figure out this technique. Initially, he didn't see any returns, but gradually his profits and stocks started growing. That's when he understood the power of compounding. That's why Warren still says, "My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest." Now, despite having so many investment options in India, why do people still prefer keeping their money in banks and FDs? John did something similar. His grandfather gave him Rs 10 lakh and advised him to invest it in an FD, saying, check how much it grows after 10, 15 years. John followed his grandfather's advice and did exactly that. On the other hand, John's cousin was Johnny. Now, Johnny used to work in a good IT company, and his salary package was also very good, as well as he had a lot of interest towards stocks. He believed that if this investment was done properly in life, then life would be set along with the job. Johnny started researching the stock market and created a portfolio of 10 stocks for himself, from where he would get 15 to 17% returns. And now John and Johnny had another distant brother named Janardhan, who was like a normal middle-class family, neither father's earnings nor expensive college degrees. So Janardhan used to work in a normal finance company, and he started planning the future from the first day of the job. Therefore, as soon as I get salary every month, I would invest in an index fund through Rs 1000 SIP and step up my investment by 10% every year. Now after 20 years, you can see where John, Johnny and Janardhan will stand. John's investment would have reached 36 lakhs. Johnny's investment would have reached Rs 2,31 lakh, and Janardhan's investment would have been done Rs 198 lakh now. Let's go. And Janardhan made 2.5 crores, but John, who invested in FD, was able to make 36 lakhs even after 20 years, and if the inflation of 6% is adjusted on this now, then the value of his 36 lakhs will be only 11 to 12 lakhs. The snake called inflation turned out as if there was nothing there and showed real power and compounding. The investment of stocks and index funds has the asset number for intellectual property. After all this comes your own asset, which you cannot acquire from anywhere but gives birth to intellectual property. This is the only such asset.
Hey folks, you're tuning in to this book on Pedias YouTube channel. If you're enjoying it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for Pedias.
Once created, it can feed you and future generations for life. All you need is a creative and innovative idea. That's exactly what creator George Lucas did. He made a movie based on a concept nearly 100 years ahead of its time. People loved it. It spawned 11 movies, merchandise, games and toys. From one movie idea, so much was created. The franchise, called Star Wars, earned George over $8 billion. This shows that protecting and monetizing a powerful idea through IP can create lifetime wealth. IP includes various rights. You can patent a product, trademark a brand or tagline, and copyright books, videos, movies, songs, or digital art. In changing India, IP's scope is growing rapidly. With over 14,000 startups forming yearly, many need IP for their products, content, or stories. Instead of keeping money in the bank, you could invest in areas showing lifelong growth. This could be anything from an ebook or podcast to a YouTube video. By copywriting these, you can generate various income sources. Now comes asset number 5, second-hand products. The second-hand market in India is a goldmine, yet it's the most ignored and untapped sector. Nowadays, everyone wants everything fast and cheap. That's why markets like those for cars, electronics, PCs, or mobile phones are rapidly growing. Based on 2023 data, India's second-hand clothing market is valued at $3 billion and is expected to rise to $9 billion by 2032. Mobile phones are the largest contributors, with their resale market reaching $5 billion. Hence, if you have a good supply of cars, furniture, or electronics, you could consider setting up a second-hand product business by understanding the strategies of platforms like Spinny, Falenso, and Rent Mojo. Additionally, you could create a stress-free business for yourself by integrating a crop shimmering business into it. This would ensure proper value for your money and have people lining up outside your store instead of queuing elsewhere. Thus, rather than letting your last bit of money sit idle in the bank and waste away, invest it or deploy it in a way that could multiply your money 2 to 4 times. Jai Hind.
Hey folks, you're tuning in to this book on Bookpedia's YouTube channel. If you're enjoying it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for Bookpedias.